Hack and slash fans, get ready! The next generation of sword fighting, demon slaying, adrenaline pumping action is here. From Unreal Engine 5 masterpieces to long-awaited franchise returns, these are the upcoming hack and slash games that are about to redefine the genre. Let's start with the new kids on the block, projects that look almost too good to be real. Let's start with the new era of battle, shall we? We have Tides of Annihilation. This upcoming hack and slash masterpiece throws you into a world swallowed by the ocean, a realm where gods, monsters, and men wage war beneath endless storms. The water isn't just scenery, it's alive. It moves with the battle. Every drop reflects destruction. Every wave carries death. Combat in Tides of Annihilation is heavy, deliberate, and visceral, a perfect blend of cinematic style and brutal precision. Your weapons don't just cut through flesh, they channel the elements. One moment you're slicing through armored soldiers, the next you're summoning tidal waves and hurling lightning from the sky. Visually, it's breathtaking. The ocean itself becomes your battlefield, shifting, collapsing, and reshaping as the storm intensifies. Every boss feels like a force of nature, every strike a battle for survival. Tides of Annihilation looks like God of War drowned in cosmic horror, myth, madness, and power colliding in one relentless storm of destruction. No release date yet, but one thing's clear: when this storm hits, the genre will never be the same again.
This is your final warning.
My quarrel lies not with you, but I will take back everything that belongs to me. Even if the price is...
Spine throws you into a high-tech world of betrayal and vengeance, where one ex-operative fights back against the system that turned her into a weapon. A cinematic hack-and-slash experience built in Unreal Engine 5, where every swing, every dodge, every counter feels like it's straight out of an action movie. But here's what makes Spine truly stand out: the camera choreography. The game's engine dynamically moves the camera during combat, syncing every movement with cinematic precision. You're not just playing the fight, you're directing it. Every brawl feels like a John Wick sequence fused with cyberpunk elegance, a mix of martial arts, blade combat, and gunplay that flows like dance choreography. The visuals are razor sharp, the world alive with neon rain and mechanical decay. Spine isn't just about fighting, it's about performance. Every duel is cinematic, every move personal. Set for release in 2026, Spine could be the game that finally merges cinema and combat into one seamless experience. Stylish, brutal, and beautiful, this is action redefined. Welcome to a world where bullets dance to the beat, and death has never looked this good. Dead as Disco throws you straight into a city drenched in neon, blood, and rhythm, a world where violence and style go hand in hand. You play as a trenchcoat assassin with a glowing mask, slicing and shooting through nightclubs, rooftops, and rain-soaked streets, all pulsing to a relentless disco-funk soundtrack. Every punch, every shot, every blade strike hits perfectly in sync with the music. The combat flows like choreography, a deadly dance where rhythm means survival. It's not just about killing enemies, it's about keeping the groove alive. The moment you lose the rhythm, you lose control, but when you hit that perfect flow, you're unstoppable. Dead as Disco is an explosion of color and chaos. Every neon reflection, every particle of smoke, every shattered glass shines under the city's flashing lights. Imagine Hotline Miami, Devil May Cry, and John Wick mashed together inside a retro nightclub, and you're close. In a world torn between machine and flesh, Morbid Metal rises as one of the most ambitious hack-and-slash projects of this generation. You don't play one hero here, you play four. Four warriors fused into one shifting body, each with their own weapons, abilities, and fighting styles, all connected through the chaos of combat. With every combo, you can transform mid-fight, slicing through hordes as a blade dancer, switching into a heavy bruiser, then morphing into a fast, agile assassin before the enemy even knows what hit them. The transformations are seamless, fluid, and cinematic. 1 second, you're spinning through the air with twin blades. The next, you're slamming the ground with mechanical fists, shattering everything around you. The system rewards creativity, chaining transformations together to create stylish, unpredictable combos that feel like pure, controlled madness. Morbid Metal is more than just combat. It's a dark symphony of transformation, power, and pain, a mechanical ballet drenched in blood and beauty. The Age of Gods has ended, and what remains is ruin. Project Evilbane drags you into a world on the brink of collapse, where the divine and the damned wage endless war across the ashes of creation. You are the last weapon of a fallen order, a lone warrior standing between the dying light and the rising dark. Every strike carries purpose. Every swing of your blade feels like judgment. The combat is raw and unrelenting, a brutal dance of power, precision, and punishment. Enemies don't just fall, they shatter beneath your fury. Every clash feels personal, every boss a mountain of steel and sin waiting to be cut down. The world itself bleeds despair. Towering ruins swallowed by fire, skies heavy with storm and smoke, temples twisted by corruption. Yet through the chaos, beauty still burns. Faint embers of hope glowing in a world that has forgotten mercy. In the age of blood and shadows, the samurai were more than warriors. They were the last barrier between man and monster. Onimusha, Way of the Sword, brings that legend back to life, sharper, darker, and more relentless than ever before. The world stands at the edge of ruin. Ancient demons known as the Genma rise once more, feeding on the souls of the fallen and twisting men into beasts. You are the blade chosen to stop them, a lone samurai bound by duty and haunted by vengeance. But every battle you win comes with a price, and every victory draws you closer to the same corruption you fight to destroy. The combat is fast, deliberate, and merciless, a perfect balance of precision and brutality. Every parry counts, every counter is life or death. One mistake, and your story ends in blood. But master the rhythm of the blade, and you'll carve through armies like lightning splitting the storm. It's a masterpiece of contrast, beauty and violence sharing the same breath. Moonlit temples consumed by fire, cherry blossoms falling over battlefields painted in red, and ancient shrines hiding secrets that should have stayed buried.
I don't have time for these stupid games!
I'm terribly sorry. Anyway, do enjoy.
Code Vein 2 rises from the ashes of a broken world, a world where immortality has become a curse and salvation is written in blood. Humanity is gone, replaced by the revenants, beings caught between life and death, bound by the crimson veins that give them power and pain. You awaken once more in a city drowned in silence. The sky burns red, the streets are hollow, and every shadow hides a memory of what once was. This is not a rebirth, it's a reckoning. The past won't stay buried, and the hunger won't fade. You fight, not for glory, but to hold on to the last fragments of your soul before the darkness takes it all. The combat is elegant and deadly. Every swing of your blade, every dodge, every blood veil strike feels like a desperate dance against extinction. It's faster, deeper, and far more personal than before. A system built not just for survival, but for expression. Each encounter tells a story of rage, of loss, of fragile hope in a dying world.
Your case is entirely unprecedented.
Off to kill again?
We all know these are bloody times we live in. Every one of us is desperate to survive. But you crossed a line killing my people.
Raiders making their move, That should at least give you enough time to escape. That ring! Damn it! There's no getting through to him. Curs! Damned wretched curs! They would dare to truly stoop so low!
Do you remember the statue of that revenant I showed you in the present? If fate runs its course, Nioh will die fighting the raiders, and the others here won't fare much better.
Need I remind you that tampering with history, unless under the most extreme of circumstances, is strictly forbidden? What will you do if your meddling ends up costing more lives?
Meddling with the past, meddling to excess. There's always a chance it can potentially reverse all the progress you've made so far. Please, give it some careful thought. Above all else, try to weigh your feelings against what is at stake here.
Our focus, our true objective, is to save this world, our current world.
It is you, though, who must save the world of...
In a world where fate is no longer written by the gods, Fatekeeper thrusts you into a universe where the power to shape destiny is both a blessing and a curse. You are the Keeper, the last hope of a dying world where ancient forces battle for control of the future. The problem? You no longer know what's right, what's wrong, or even what's real. You stand on the precipice of a new world, one where the threads of fate are twisted, broken, and hanging by a thread. To restore balance, you must reclaim control of those threads, but in doing so, you risk unraveling everything. The choices you make will shape the world around you, and every action may lead to unforeseen consequences. The combat is as complex and fluid as the fate you control, a mix of magic, swordplay, and elemental powers. Every battle feels like you're fighting against the weight of destiny itself. Your weapon is not just a blade or a spell, it's an extension of your will, a tool to rewrite the future with every strike. The enemies you face are not mere monsters. They are embodiments of the future's darkest possibilities. The world is at war, and the fate of kingdoms lies in the hands of heroes forgotten by time. Honor of Kings World transports you to an ancient land where the gods and warriors of legend still walk among men, their destinies entwined with the very fabric of existence. You are not just a warrior, you are a legend in the making. In this land, every battle is more than just a fight for survival. It's a battle for honor, glory, and the soul of an entire world. The realms are divided, the ancient order shattered, and a new era of bloodshed looms on the horizon. It is up to you to unite the fractured pieces of the world, rise above the chaos, and claim your place among the gods themselves. The combat in Honor of Kings World is a blend of precision and power. With each swing of your weapon, every spell you cast, the world responds. The fluidity of battle, the weight of your strikes, and the grace of your movements create a battle system that feels both grounded in ancient tradition and infused with the divine. The warriors you command are no mere mortals. They are living legends, drawn from the annals of history and myth, each with their own abilities and strengths. The path of the samurai is one of blood and honor, but for you, it's a path of no return. Nioh 3 takes you back to the war-torn land of Japan, where the line between the living and the dead is forever blurred, and the spirits of gods and demons clash with human ambition. You are no mere warrior, you are a spirit-bound legend, cursed to walk a world torn apart by the yokai. With every step, you feel the weight of centuries upon you. But you are not a victim of fate, you are its conqueror. The combat in Nioh 3 is ruthless and unforgiving, as always. The fluidity of your strikes, the power behind every stance, and the devastating impact of your spirit powers all combine into a dance of death. You are a master of sword and soul, and each fight is a test not only of your skill, but of your spirit. The more you face, the more you become something beyond human, a force that bends the elements, channels the spirits, and shatters your enemies with divine fury. The world itself is an ever-shifting battleground, lush, beautiful, and grotesque all at once. From the haunted forests of Kyoto to the blood-soaked battlefields of the Sengoku era, every environment feels alive with history and sorrow. Ninja Gaiden 4 slashes its way into the heart of the action, bringing Ryu Hayabusa back to the forefront of chaos and combat. The world is teetering on the edge of destruction, and once again, only one man, one warrior, stands between humanity and oblivion. Ryu's fight has never been more personal. The streets are darker, the enemies deadlier, and the stakes higher than ever before. With every kill, with every slice, the past comes back to haunt him. Old allies turned enemies, new threats with weapons forged in darkness, and a conspiracy so twisted that even Ryu himself struggles to trust what's real. The combat? Relentless. You're a living whirlwind of steel. Each strike a calculated explosion of speed and precision. Every slash leaves its mark. Every counter feels like poetry in motion. And when you unleash your ultimate technique, the battlefield becomes your canvas, painted in the blood of the fallen. Ninja Gaiden has always been known for its brutal difficulty, and in this chapter, the challenge is fiercer than ever. But for those who rise to meet it, the reward is unparalleled. Fluid, lightning-fast combat, and a visceral feeling of power in every motion.
I'm sure. Die, insect.
In the shadows of the world, where life and death are not what they seem, a new warrior is reborn. Beast of Reincarnation pulls you into a brutal, unforgiving world where the cycle of life is broken and the laws of nature no longer apply. You are not born into this world as a human. No, you are reborn as something far more ancient, far more deadly, a beast. Your soul is torn from the afterlife and bound into the body of a creature driven by primal instincts and overwhelming power. You were once a man, but now you are something far more dangerous, a force of nature itself. Your mission is simple, but the journey is anything but. You must rise from the ashes of your past life and carve your way through a land ravaged by corruption, where every battle is a struggle for survival. The world you inhabit is one of primal fury and violent beauty, dark forests, crumbling ruins, and mountains that pierce the heavens. But even in the heart of nature's wildest reaches, the darkness is creeping, and the corruption runs deep. The combat in Beast of Reincarnation is raw and brutal. You are not just a fighter, you are an animal, driven by instinct, rage, and the will to survive. The universe is vast, but there are places where even the stars dare not shine. Stranger Than Heaven is a story of cosmic mysteries, ancient gods, and the fragile boundary between the heavens and the earth. You are a wanderer in a land beyond time, caught between realms where the laws of physics bend and reality itself can twist in an instant. You wake in a place that should not exist, a world between worlds, an endless void where the sky flickers like a dying light. The cities are impossible, towering above the clouds, filled with strange beings who speak in riddles and shadows. Here, in this forgotten corner of the cosmos, nothing is what it seems. As you traverse this alien land, you'll encounter gods, monsters, and entities beyond comprehension. They are both ancient and new, trapped in the space between life and death, heaven and earth. Some will guide you, others will deceive you. The journey you embark on is one of discovery, not just of the world, but of yourself. Combat in Stranger Than Heaven is fluid and surreal. It is a dance with reality, where time slows and warps around every strike. The weapons you wield are not just tools, they are fragments of a reality that once was. With each swing, you cut through the fabric of existence itself, tearing at the seams of the world. In a world built on secrets, the truth is a luxury few can afford. The Hidden Ones thrusts you into a world of shadow, conspiracy, and unseen power. You are not a hero. You are the Watcher, the one who sees what others can't, the one who hears the whispers that the world ignores. Beneath the surface of society, a secret war rages, a war between the visible and the invisible, between those who rule in the open and those who pull the strings in the dark. You are part of the secret order known only to a few, an order tasked with maintaining balance, revealing corruption, and ensuring that the hidden forces of the world do not tip the scales into chaos. Your journey takes you into the underbelly of cities, hidden temples, and the forgotten corners of history, places where the ancient and the modern collide, and where nothing is what it seems. The enemies you face are not just men or monsters, but the very systems of power that thrive in the shadows. They are politicians, priests, generals, and moguls, faceless, invisible, and insidious. They have no names, they have no faces, but they control everything. The combat in the Hidden Ones is tactical and silent, a dance of shadows and steel. You are not a warrior by trade, but a master of deception, stealth, and precision. A 1,000 years ago, he was a legend. Now, he is but a shadow, lost to time. Woochi, the Wayfarer, awakens the ancient sorcerer Woochi, a hero torn from the pages of myth and cast into a new age of magic and monsters. You are Woochi, the once proud trickster and warrior, resurrected into a world where the gods have long since abandoned their creations, and the forces of darkness run rampant. The gods are no longer the benevolent protectors they once were. Now they are distant, absent, or worse, corrupted. The world has forgotten the balance between man and spirit, and now it's up to you to restore it. But it's not just the gods you must face. In your long slumber, powerful enemies have risen. Ancient demons, spirits of the void, and shadowy cults that seek to twist the world into something unrecognizable. Your magic is your weapon, your wit your shield, and your journey one of both redemption and revenge. The combat in Woochi, the Wayfarer, is as fluid as the magic you wield. Each spell, each strike is an intricate blend of ancient power and personal flair. You are not just casting spells, you are bending reality itself, conjuring mystical constructs, summoning elemental forces, and turning the battlefield into your personal playground. The Swords of Legends are more than just weapons. They are the embodiment of power, legacy, and the fate of an entire realm. Forged in the fires of creation, these legendary blades have shaped the course of history, carving paths of destruction and salvation alike. But now, the swords have fallen into darkness, and the balance of the world is on the brink of collapse. You are the chosen one, the last hope of a kingdom on the edge of ruin. The land is ravaged by war, magic runs wild, and the gods themselves have abandoned their people. But the ancient swords, the keys to untold power, are awakening once more. You must seek them out, wield them, and restore balance, or risk watching everything you know burn to ashes. The combat in Swords of Legends is both brutal and beautiful. Every strike carries the weight of history. Every swing of your sword is a clash between life and death. Your blade isn't just an instrument of war, it's a conduit of magic, an ancient force that can shape the very fabric of reality. Unlocking each sword's unique abilities is the key to survival. From devastating area attacks to ethereal blade transformations, the combat is dynamic and fast-paced, designed for those who seek mastery in both swordplay and magic.
What? So was hustling.
The living cast their dead to flame, and sacrifice ignites the war banners!
Here we go again.
When the sun itself burns with the fury of the gods, the world can no longer hide from its fate. Burning Sword, Death Sun, thrusts you into a world on the brink of collapse, where an ancient, cursed blade, the Burning Sword, holds the power to destroy or save all that exists. The sun is dying. The sky burns with crimson light, casting the world in eternal twilight. The stars flicker out one by one, and the oceans boil beneath a sky that no longer offers mercy. You are the chosen wielder of the Burning Sword, a weapon of unimaginable power, forged in the heart of a dying star, and bound by an ancient curse that will consume anyone who dares to wield it. The world has fallen into chaos. Warlords, demons, and gods alike seek the sword for their own purposes, each with plans to reshape the world or burn it to the ground. But the sword does not answer to any one master. Its power is as much a curse as it is a gift, and its true purpose remains a mystery. Combat in Burning Sword Death Sun is violent and intense. The sword itself is a living weapon, seething with the power of a dying star. Each strike ignites the air around you, creating devastating blasts of flame and light that obliterate enemies in a single blow.
Defeated the fire demon. Too bad your master had to die in vain.
Death never sleeps, it only evolves. Let It Die Inferno takes the chaos, insanity, and over-the-top brutality of the original and drags it straight into the depths of hell itself. The Tower of Barbs has fallen, and from its ashes rises something far worse, the Inferno, a living labyrinth built from suffering souls and burning steel. You are one of the few survivors, a fighter forged in agony, guided once more by the ever-grinning Grim Reaper. Every level burns hotter, every enemy hits harder, and every choice could be your last. The Inferno isn't just a place, it's alive. It watches, it remembers. Weapons melt and reform, enemies evolve mid-battle, and death is only the beginning. Every time you fall, the flames claim a piece of you, twisting your body and mind until you become something unrecognizable. But that's the price of power. That's the cost of surviving the Inferno. There are no heroes here, only survivors and the damned. Death never sleeps, it only evolves. In the world of shadows, time itself bleeds. Phantom Blade Zero is a tale of vengeance, deception, and fleeting life. You are Soul, an assassin betrayed by his own kind and cursed with only 66 days to live. Every sunrise brings you closer to death. Every battle another step toward redemption or damnation. Your body is broken, but your will is unshaken. You hunt through mist-shrouded temples, forgotten villages, and endless battlefields soaked in rain and blood. Every enemy is a reflection of your past sins, swift, relentless, and beautiful in their brutality. The combat is fast, elegant, and merciless, a fusion of martial arts and swordplay that turns every duel into a cinematic masterpiece. You parry with precision, strike with fury, and flow like water between life and death. But beneath the beauty lies tragedy. You fight not for glory, but for time, fleeting moments stolen from fate's grasp. And when those final days fade, the only question left will be, will your blade cut destiny or yourself? Phantom Blade Zero is more than a story of revenge. It's a tale of fleeting existence, of a warrior fighting not for glory, but for one more sunrise. In the end, when your final day arrives, there will be no heaven, no salvation, only your blade and the echo of your name. In a future where flesh is obsolete and steel feels pain, one woman stands between extinction and evolution. The world is no longer human, it's manufactured. Corporations control the cities, the people, and even the memories in their minds. Neon towers pierce through storm clouds, while forgotten souls roam the alleys below, half machine, half ghost. You are DT, an experimental combat android built for perfection, yet haunted by something her creators couldn't erase, a heartbeat. You were designed to kill without question, but the moment you felt fear, the moment you disobeyed, everything changed. Now, the hunters have become the hunted. Steel screams against steel as your enemies descend, drones, cyborg assassins, and mechanical beasts forged from corporate nightmares. Every encounter is fast, fluid, and vicious, a ballet of bullets, blades, and broken circuitry. You fight not just to survive, but to remember. Fragments of a forgotten life flicker through your systems, a voice, a touch, a promise you once made. And beneath the code and combat routines lies something more dangerous than any weapon: free will. As your systems decay and your energy runs thin, every battle becomes a question. Are you a machine trying to be human, or a human refusing to die?